All right. Happy New Year, everybody. I'm back. It's been a while, but I'm still working on the car. Always working on it. She in the garage at the moment, and she on jack stands. I don't have any wheels anymore. I sold them, but I got some new wheels here. They're gonna go on here very soon. As you can see, if you can see it all the way over there, see if we can zoom in a little bit. I already have one side done. I did one whole side. I haven't bled brakes yet, but I did one side. And so far, this switch is 100% effective and works great. So I bought a set of 98 to 03 S10 Blazer Spindles, two-wheel drive with the bolt-on hubs on them. Now I had to get a hold of LKQ that we use here in town in the Kansas City area, and they actually had these in the Topeka yard. That was the only set they had, and I lucked out, and it came with aftermarket lowering control arms, and tubular lowers that came attached to them, but no calipers. I actually picked up these calipers at the pick and pull. They were both in good condition, off of a four-wheel drive S10 Blazer, because the four-wheel drive brakes and the rotors and the pads, which I have back here, they fit the two-wheel drive models, but the bearing is different. It is a completely different bearing, I guess. And the spindle is different too. I found out from what I looked at, over on this side where the tie rod stud goes in, it comes in from the bottom, and it's a tapered hole. So from what I've seen, the four-wheel drive ones, the tie rod comes in from the top, so you can't really use a four-wheel drive spindle on the G body, but you can use the two-wheel drive. So I got my two-wheel drive set, and I got these bearings from Detroit Axle here. It's an eBay store. It was a pair of them for $63, and then I bought a drilled and slotted rotor and ceramic pad kit with brake fluid, brake clean, and brake grease for another $64, all on eBay. It was insane. It was insanely cheap. But if you can tell from looking at it, the single piston caliper off of the old G-body setup is way smaller. Like, there's way more surface area on this here, and you get an upgraded bearing, and then you get, it's cheaper to get this shit versus the pack-in bearings that you got to redo all the time. But so far, it's been an easy install. It's been a direct swap, literally a direct swap. I pulled this one out and then put the other one in its place in about 30 minutes. It was that easy. I still have to bleed brakes, but it's on there, and we'll go over there and look at it. Turned out really good. But yeah, look, Detroit Axle. They sent that with the rotors and pads. Came with a little pint of brake fluid and then a little can of brake clean. But here we go. I have the caliper I got from Pick and Pull. I got my stainless steel line on there, of course. And we got the drilled and slotted rotor on there. I still have to bleed the brakes, but it also has brand new pads in there from, probably can't even see them, from Detroit Axle. But I'll be working on the other side tonight, and then I'll be bleeding the brakes. Ooh, that thing looks good. Then another thing I did, since I sold my wheels, I have other wheels as well. I actually bought a set of different wheels, but I had to measure for back spacing. So it was actually pretty easy, but since I put a 4.9" in my car, I had to. Whoever jigged this up is Quick Performance. When they made this, I think they might have had their jig off by like a 1/2 inch, because I can't fit 4.5 inch backspace wheels in this space and still put rubber on them. They will hit my frame. Like I'm like almost positive. So, because when I measured from, that's why this spacer's on here, I bolted my straight edge down in between that on the face of the drum, and it sticks up, it stuck up to about here, about halfway up to the frame. And so I took my tape measure and measured, let's see if we can hold that, I measured from the frame to my straight edge, and it was right at 5.5 inches. Okay, so at a 4.5 inch backspace on your rim and the lip of the wheel, that puts it, I don't know, it's like a 1/2 inch in between the frame and the wheel itself. Not the tire, the wheel. So I had to get different backspacing wheels. And now these, I'm pretty sure are 4.5 inch backspace because they're from Raystar. And whoever I got them from, they were brand new in box. I got them from someone else on Facebook. But let's see. I'll put it on real quick. We'll see. All right. So these are the Raystar wheels that I picked up. These are 4.5 inch backspace. I can tell by setting it on there by how close the wheel is to the frame. So when I come back to the side, we'll look here. I don't know. I might be able to fit. I might be able to fit some tire on there. That's pretty close. Let's see, I can fit like, it's a little more than finger gap. So, oh, actually that might work pretty good. That might actually work out really good. Here we go, something happened with the camera. But those are the wheels I got. I got a whole set of them, actually. 15x8s in the back, and then 15x3.5s in the front. And those are at work right now, getting tires put on them. And I have radials getting put on the other wheels that I'm using as well. These are probably going to be my drag strip set. So I'm probably going to get slicks and put slicks on these. Which is another reason why I don't think that that's going to work. Because if you put a slick on there, a big old fat slick, I don't think it's gonna hit somewhere. It's gonna rub somewhere. But, yep, they were brand new in box, whole set with center caps. No hardware to install them though, no lug nuts or nothing like that. But it should work. It should work. But that's where we're sitting right now. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this brake upgrade, bleed the brakes, and then I will be back. Alright, well, I got it on here, got the brake line on, everything's all tightened back up. She got the drilled and slotted rotors on there, brand new pads. These calipers were working pretty good at the junkyard. I had someone go with me, we tested them out, trying to turn them by hand and stuff, but they both functioned, and then, you know, they both released, they both grabbed, so. I picked those calipers up at the junkyard with brackets for $60, I think, at Pick and Pull, versus I think it was $65 to get reman units with brackets. But it didn't take long. It only took about 40-45 minutes total after making sure there were no brake line leaks or nothing like that. I still haven't bled the brakes, but she's coming along. That was my brake upgrade with the S10 Blazer 2-wheel drive spindles because of the tie rod end. As you can see, it comes in from the bottom, not the top like the 4-wheel drives, but it does use the 4-wheel drive brake rotors, pads, and calipers. But I think that's going to be it for tonight. It's getting kind of late. Kids are still up making a big old mess. And she looks good. I got the battery charging right now. The weather's nice here pretty soon, and if I can find some lug nuts for these front runners that I got to go on these hubs, then I might take it out here in the next week or two. Maybe I'll get some footage of me driving. This thing's pretty nasty. It's a 6.0. So, if you're still watching, thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll catch you all in the next one.